Hey, what's up YouTube? This is the Bolt Speed Gamer back with another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This is a match I had that's, it's an interesting match because he uses a lot of underused and he doesn't use really any OU except for Ferrothorn. So yeah, it was actually a really cool guy. I had a lot of fun battling him. So yeah, looking at his team, he has a Mienshao, a Samurott, a Galvantula, a Gothitelle, a Ferrothorn, and a Golurk, which is a pretty weird set of pokes. It's actually a pretty cool team because, you know, they're not really used. I sent out my Gashon, predict him to predict me to start with Hippowdon, because it's obvious I have a Sandstorm team, so I started with Gashon to predict the Samurott. If he started with Ferrothorn, that would have been really bad. But he actually ends up going for Mienshao. So that's his lead. So yeah, let's start the battle. Okay, so starting off, yeah, I had to adjust the camera because it did a little funky thing right there. So then I send out Gastrodon and he sends out his Mienshao. It goes for the fake out. It actually doesn't do too much. After leftovers, I think that actually helped me more than him. He goes for the U-turn, switches out. Here, I thought he was just going to do a plain switch out, but, you know, it's Mienshao, so of course it's probably going to go for a U-turn. Since in Galvantula, I'm like, maybe he forgot that Gastrodon's part ground type, so you can go for electric type, like Electro Web or something. He ends up going for Energy Ball. I didn't even know Galvantula could learn it. And that was really bad for me. I should have, known something was up, but, that was just so bad. So I send in Hippowdon, get in the, send in the Sandstorm, and I know I can take one Energy Ball, that's why I switch into him. Then I just go for the Earthquake because I want to take that thing down, but he actually switches out into Golurk. Now here's something I actually learned. He goes for Substitute so we can go for the Focus Punch. Goes for the Stockpile. I thought that Focus Punch had a lower priority than Roar. But as you'll see here, he goes for the Tightening Focus, then Focus Punch. And Roar has a lower priority. I thought I could roar him out before I went for the Focus Punch. So I learned something there. So yeah, that was interesting. And it pulls out his Gothitelle. So yeah, it pulls it out and goes into Golurk. And so yeah, I'm pretty much safe to go for a stockpile because there's not much Gothitelle can do to me. And so now I'm in a good position to just, you know, stockpile and survive. I predict him to predict me to go for the Roar again, so he won't go so he'll go straight for this Focus Punch, but he actually goes for the Earthquake. So yeah, that was a good prediction on his part. And then he goes for another Shadow Punch, and I just take him down with the Earthquake. So yep, Golurk goes down, and now I get some leftovers recovery, and he sends in Samurott. And Samurott goes for a Swords Dance, and I'm like, oh dang it, what am I gonna do now? Because I figured I could just start taking down his team, because I don't know that he had a flying type. No, he didn't have a flying type, so I could just start using Earthquake. And he goes for the Waterfall. And I was pretty sure I could take it, because I have double defense as well, and then I can just roar him out and make him lose its status effects. Pulls out Ferrothorn. And yeah, I didn't really want Ferrothorn to be in there, because he can pretty much wall Hippowdon. And goes for the Leech Seed, which was just bad. So he starts sapping my health with Leech Seed, and then then I switch out to counter the Ferrothorn, and here was where I made a misplay. I don't know if he predicted me. He goes for the Stealth Rocks, which is okay, and then I was predicting him to switch out, and so I just start going for different stuff. So I figured, you know, I'm like, okay, he'll switch out, because he's afraid of being killed by a fire type attack. Goes for Thunder Wave, then goes for Leech Seed. I'm like, ugh. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go for the attack and take him down. And so I was frustrated, so I just went for the Flamethrower. He goes for the Gyro Ball, and I don't get paralyzed, and I get the Flamethrower off and take down that Ferrothorn. Because I mispredicted all that. And so then he goes back into his Mienshao. I know I can take at least one Drain Punch and I can have his attack, which is good for me. So I take the Drain Punch, and then I go for the Will-O-Wisp. And so he gets burned. Then he gets Leech Seed Recovery. I should have probably just stayed in and tried to do as much damage as I could, but I switched out and went into Gliscor. So I go into Gliscor, and since I know I can switch in like this, I get the Toxic Orb as soon as the turn ends, which is good. Now I learned something I didn't know was Toxic Orb stays after you get poisoned. And I put Acrobatic on the set because I thought it used the Toxic Orb and the Toxic Orb was gone. But, so, I did switch it out for Fire Fang. But here I thought Acrobatics was better because it was Stab and it had the Toxic Orb there, but I was wrong. So, I do have Fire Fang now, and that does help him take care of Ice types. So yeah, it's a win-win for me. So now Gliscor just starts sweeping. He outspeeds really well, actually. And he just starts going for some Earthquakes, and I keep getting some Poison Heals off. So I'm not really afraid of anything he can do. Goes for the Bug Buzz, but it's not going to kill me. But he does get a critical hit, and it just barely did half with the critical hit. Gliscor is just amazing. Get Leftovers Recovery, and the last Pokemon is Mienshao. So, yep, Gliscor doing some sweeping. And then here, the attack was so low that I think after Toxic Orb Recovery and Sandstorm and Life Orb, it actually hurt him more. So yeah, and I go for the Acrobatics to finish the match. So yeah, it was a good game. I had a lot of fun. So, if you don't have a YouTube account and you want to get notifications, you can like my Facebook page. And you can get notifications there because I put all my videos up on my Facebook page. And I'll put a link to the description to that below. And if you're here for my Pokemon battles, you should check out, or you should if you have any strategies you'd like me to try, like for teams, I can do any tier. And if you have an idea for a team you'd like me to try, I'll be happy to try it. Just send me, like, you can send me the team, send me what Pokemon are in there and how it works, and yeah, so if you have any teams, send them in. So now for the question of the day. He used Samurott in this, and so I want to know, what was your favorite Unova starter? For first stage, it's probably Oshawott, but for final stage, it's probably Superior. So yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and bye.